If you want to understand how to use Meta ads to acquire new customers who are not yet exposed to your business, then this video is for you. Now, most Meta advertisers are just making sales from returning customers who, even if they hadn't seen your ads, they probably would have bought from you anyway. Now, I'm going to explain why this happens and how you can ensure that your ads are specifically geared towards finding you new customers. Now, this is an advanced strategy that very few people actually implement, but it's simple to do, and in a few short minutes, I'm gonna make sure that you have everything you need in place. Now, this is such an important tactic, as it's new customers who are gonna really grow your business and push you on. Because if you do a great job or you sell a great product, many of these people are just gonna come back and they're gonna buy from you anyway, especially if you follow other advice on this channel around remarketing, review strategies, email marketing, etc. Now, one of the main complaints I hear from businesses using bad agencies or businesses who run their own ads is that although the Meta system is reporting great sales, they're not actually seeing their revenue increasing by a similar amount. So for example, Meta ads might be telling you that you've made like £100,000 in sales this month through your advertising. It might be a new advertising channel, but you might have only seen your revenue actually increase by £20,000 or £30,000. And businesses are left wondering why that is, right? So why is that the case? Now, essentially, Meta knows that returning customers are more likely to buy your stuff than a new customer. New customer acquisition costs can be several times more than repeat customer acquisition costs. And what Meta wants to do is they want to report back to you lots of leads and sales so that you keep advertising on their platform and increase your budgets, etc. So the Meta Pixel slowly learns who your existing customers are, and it gets ads in front of these people first so that it makes its statistics look really good. But most of these returning customer sales, they would have bought from you anyway, which is why people find that their revenue increase doesn't match up with the stats that Facebook's giving you. So this is also why when you run a new promotion or a new campaign, you'll make a few sales in days 1 to 3, then sales will drop off and you'll be left scratching your head wondering why that happened. Because when you run these campaigns and you get a little flood of sales come through, and then all of a sudden it just goes down, 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 down. At the start, you're there and you're thinking to yourself that this campaign is going to be one of the best ones ever, and then it just doesn't turn out to be the case, so you end up creating a new campaign, scratching your head, looking for different tactics, whereas actually you don't need to. Meta is quite simply grabbing the low-hanging fruit. So what it's doing by grabbing that low-hanging fruit is it's identifying people who are probably on the cusp of buying from you anyway, and it just gets your ads in front of them in order to bring them back through. Now, there's something within the Meta advertising called the one-day attribution setting. And what it's doing is if somebody just sees your ad and they scroll right past it, they don't even engage, it will count that sale. Now, this person was going to buy from you anyway, regardless of whether they saw that ad or not. So how do you force the campaign and the algorithm specifically to find you new customers? So this strategy isn't perfect, but it's the exact strategy that we use with a variety of clients to really push new customer sales. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is get into your ads manager and come down here to all tools, and we're going to come across to ad account settings. Now, unfortunately, Facebook seems to want to move all of this stuff around. So this used to be in here, but now we're going to come down to advertising settings, and we're going to scroll down to what is called audience segments, because this is where we communicate to Facebook exactly who your engaged audience is, your existing customers are, and any URL parameters you want to put around them. So, if you've been advertising on Facebook already, you'll be familiar with this. You're going to have to create the custom audiences first. So let's think about it. Who are your engaged audience? Well, they're going to be people who have added to cart in the last, you might want to, here we've got an audience for 50 days, but you might want to do the full 180, you might want to just do 30 days, because you might want to advertise to people who are most recently added to their cart. It could be people that have engaged with you on Facebook and your page, it could be people who visited your page, etc. But just people who are recently engaging with your business, you want to pop them in there. Then you've got your existing customers. You can see here for this client, we've just got the purchases for 180. So anybody who has bought from the business within 180 days, we're telling Facebook that those are our clients. But there's a limitation with that because that's only people who've bought within the last 6 months. Now that's the right thing to do for this client, but for other clients that we're running this strategy, we download their complete customer list over the whole time they've been trading, which is about 8 years. We've got many thousands of customers and we upload that as a custom audience list, and then we communicate to Facebook that these are the existing customers because they're not this other client isn't getting repeat business from these people. So that's what you do. You put it all in there. So I might want to add in, for example, all website visitors. I don't actually for this client, and I would click confirm, and that's it. By doing that, you will confirm to Facebook who your existing clients are and who your engaged audience is, so it can use this information to make you more sales, or as I'm going to explain, it can use this information to discount advertising towards those people. Okay, the way that you see within your campaigns which sales have been made to existing clients and which have been made to new clients, I'm going to show you that now. It can only do this if you've already done the legwork in the account controls, in the audience controls, in the audience segments section. All you're going to do is you're going to come across here to where it says breakdown, and you're going to come down to demographics, and you are going to select audience segments. That then changes the screen, and you can see that this client here, the majority of sales are being made towards a new audience. Interestingly, you can see the amount of impressions, the amount of reach, and the impressions, which is significantly more for the new audience. Over here, you can see the cost per result. So like I said right at the beginning, your cost per result to acquire a new customer is always going to be higher than it is for an existing customer that you're reselling to, because you've already established trust and credibility and all the rest of it with them. But this is the crucial thing. Most of the budget, over 3/4 of their budget, is going towards those new customer acquisition. But how do we design the actual campaign within Facebook to make sure that we go after those people? I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so here's a campaign that we're running right now. Just £125 a day. It's off season. They will double and triple that when they're more in their peak seasons. So a relatively small campaign depending on your budgets. The first thing that you'll see is right down here in the campaign level is that we have the reporting, and you can see that we've not identified an engaged audience for this client because it's not particularly relevant for them, and we have defined an existing customer, and it's in the reporting section because, as I've just explained, that's how you're going to go in and see. So we'll jump to the ad set level. Okay, so just please be mindful with this next bit that it is a new feature, so it might not be there on all ad accounts that you've got. As an agency, we get advanced use of new features that come out on the Facebook ads platform. So it may not be there yet for you, but it will be coming out, it will be rolling out in time. So please don't get frustrated. It might also be that you can't go in and edit an old ad that didn't have this feature, and that to use it, you have to use a new feature. This is particularly going to be relevant for sales campaigns that use the Advantage Plus function. So what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to here where it says budget and schedule. And then you've got an existing customer budget cap. So what we're doing here is we're going to communicate to Facebook what percentage of the budget that we're happy to spend on existing customers. So you can see here it says set a maximum budget percentage to spend on your existing customers. Will likely spend less than the percentage you've set, but will aim to spend no more. Now, if you exclusively just want this campaign to find more and more customers, you're just going to put that super low. So this now will force the campaign only to go after new customers. But with our client that I'm just showing you this campaign for, like I said, it was 25%. So we had set that at 25% because for them, it is about bringing in new customers so they can continue to grow the business because they know new customers will return, but there's still value in selling to existing customers and the sale does come in cheaper. So there is that to consider as well. So So that is how you do it. You communicate who your audiences are, who your existing customers are, make sure you do that as fully as possible, and then you set your existing customer budget cap to communicate to Facebook exactly how much of the budget spend that you want to spend to acquire an existing customer. So I hope that helps. Any feedback, as usual, drop it on the video. Any questions, drop it on the video. We aim to respond within 24 hours, certainly no longer than a week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.